Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and as of the time of this recording, I have reached the 42nd, the number 42, in my Wicked Flicks series that I just recently decided to get back to doing, talking about different TV shows and movies that I really love. And what better fitting for the number 42 than to talk about two chapters in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the 1980s Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy miniseries, as well as the big screen film, both of which are based on, of course, the published works of Douglas Adams. He originated the story very much in radio, and it sees the main character, Arthur Dent, being whisked off his, sort of normal everyday life into the galaxy of wonders. Essentially, you have a bunch of alien characters. They're kind of construction workers in space called Vogons who are ordered one day to destroy the Earth to make way for sort of interdimensional expressway, that kind of thing. And one of his best friends ends up being an alien who writes for the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, who is called Ford Prefect. And in each of the stories, each of the interpretations from the 1980s to the more recent film, I believe it's 2005, essentially the friend comes calling, tells him, we have to get off this planet, something bad is going to happen, and he is just ushered into a world he never would have imagined. All he wants at the end of the day is a good cup of tea and a little bit of time to relax because he can't stomach what's going on around him. From hitchhiking aboard the Vogon's lead ship to being kicked off it and being suddenly ushered onto this other ship called the Heart of Gold, which was stolen by the president of the galaxy, Zaphod Beeblebrox, as he's called. Arthur also gets to encounter once again a woman he met at a party, this woman Tricia McMillan, who is now referring to herself as Trillian, who's traveling with Zaphod. It turned out Zaphod was the cat who stole her away from him, mesmerized her with the promise of the galaxy and travels all across, space and stuff like that. And it's just a really fun, lively, sort of commentary-laden, brilliant, story. Whether you encounter the 1980s serialized version, which in a sense is 6 episodes and comprises the first 2 novels very closely, although there are minor differences here and there, following around this band of rogues, from the novelizations and from the radio series. And of course, it is very different once you get to the 2005 film. Whereas the 1980s one stars Simon Jones in the title role of, Arthur Dent, not title role, but the main character. You have Martin Freeman. People who love Sherlock will be familiar with him, as well as the Hobbit films, playing Arthur Dent, and he is just very put upon in each of these stories, as different as they are, stylistically or story element-wise. Some things are different here and there, as well as effects-wise. Of course, the 80s BBC production does kind of have Doctor Who level quality to it as far as special effects and stuff like that, but highly impressive for the time that it was made in, much akin to Doctor Who, whereas the film is, of course, big budget, lots of CG, but at the same time, I think one of the best things I can say about the film adaptation is they rely a lot more on practical effects, from aliens being actually suited people, physical things that are there on set and props and such like that. The CG is mainly relegated to guide entries in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and each of the stories, they are just absolutely fun as hell, and I can't, ever talk up about them enough. I've seen both of these. I have yet to ever experience the radio program, but I've read the books, and it's just, I feel better changed and better worldly experienced for it. They are great entertainment. So I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below what you think of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy or Douglas Adams in general, if you're at all familiar with either, and otherwise, I'll catch you later. Peace.